Hit the button, hit the button.
Good morning, y'all.
We've made it to the Manila International Airport here. Our flight arrived from Butuan about 9:30 or so, and really we didn't have to do much traveling around the airport to get to the international terminal. I guess one of the benefits of flying Philippine Air this time is they dropped us off from our Butuan flight basically in the same building as the international. Of course, we had to go through a little walk, and then we had to go through immigration. Now, guys, immigration, we'd already been to Bureau of Immigration in Butuan. I don't know, the last time we traveled from Manila to Butuan, we went in there and checked in, because one of the big things I wanted to find out was, you know, did I need an exit clearance? And if I did need an exit clearance, when should I go back and start getting that paperwork in progress so that I could leave the country on this trip and I'd have all my exit clearance and everything ready to go. Well, whenever we were at immigration back then, and this has been, I don't know, what, back in September, I think, we were told by the Bureau of Immigration that I did not need an exit clearance because I was here on a Balikbayan privilege, and people on Balikbayan privilege do not need an exit clearance until they go past the 18-month mark. Well, I'm sitting right at 17 months right here today. So I knew I had 1 month to go. Well, we go into the immigration booth here in the airport, and the guy checked Christine through. Again, she's traveling on her U.S. passport, so she had to bring all of her documentation showing that she's a dual citizen, because she hasn't got an extension or done any of this other stuff I've done with her U.S. passport, because she's a dual citizen. Of course, she don't need that, but she's also got to bring that documentation showing she's a dual citizen, right? If you guys can kind of understand that. And so they took care of hers. Well, then he started processing mine, and he said, well, do you have an exit clearance? And I said, no. I said, I was told by immigration in Butuan I did not need one unless I'd been here over 18 months, because I'm on Balik Bayam privilege. And so the young man, he looked over at his colleague, they said a few words back and forth, and then I could see him counting on his fingers, you know. He was counting it up to see when it was, and I already knew I was good. I knew I had a month to go. So anyway, he did his counting, and then he picked up his little stamp, stamped my passport, stamped all the paperwork, and we were good to go. So guys, you know, if you can learn something from this video here today, go to your local Bureau of Immigration office. Don't get on Facebook, expats in the Philippines or anything like that, because no matter where you go, you're going to find, and you start asking around on the interwebs or something like that, you're going to end up getting 10 different opinions from 10 different people. And that's understandable, because here in the Philippines, it is very difficult to get reliable information. You could even go to one different immigration office. Well, instead of that person working at the office saying, you know, I don't know, let me find out the correct answer for you, they'll tell you whatever they think it is, and it may not be correct. So it's always a crapshoot anytime you're wanting to come and go, until you've done this a few times and you know for sure what to expect. So this was our first time leaving the country since we have been here in the Philippines. You know, we've been here 17 months now. It's hard to believe, but that's a fact. And so, you know, this is our first time leaving, and then we're going to arrive back. So I'm going to tell you what I learned today from the immigration officer there. I'd been told by another expat who came to see me there in Lanuza, actually. He said that the only way you can get Balik Bayam privilege is that if you have been, is if you are traveling with your Filipino wife or your Filipino spouse, and you have been in your home country for a year or better. And I was like, I don't think that's right, man. I said, I think you're dead wrong on that. And because I've known some guys that they come and go every 6 months, and so when they arrive back in the Philippines, they end up getting a Balik Bayam privilege. Well, they haven't been outside or even in their home country for a solid year, and they're getting it. So I knew that wasn't correct. But anyway, I was telling the guy, you know, I was like, I don't think that's right. I said, I get it, because you can go to some, you know, you can go to some immigration offices and they're going to tell you one thing, and then another one will tell you the other. Here's a case in point. I'll retell this story. I've told it on another video, but we went down to Davao City, and we were told that I did not need an ACR card, because I was wanting to get an ACR card, which is a alien something card, basically like your green card back in the United States, right? Well, I was told by them down there, and it was all because they didn't know, but I was told I didn't need one, and that LTO, which is the, you know, like your driver's license bureau here in the Philippines, would not even give me a Philippine driver's license with a tourist ACR card. They wouldn't do it. Well, then we go to the office there in Butuan, and I'm telling you, the folks in Butuan, they are sharp. This girl that works there, that kind of runs that, I think she runs it, but she definitely is in the know, and she's got a foreign to the Philippines last name. So I think she may actually be married to a foreigner. So it's in her best interest to know the immigration laws here in the Philippines. So this girl, we can ask her any question there is, and she knows it off the top of her head. She's just not pulling it out of her ass like a lot of these people will do, or telling you something or whatever, or punting you off to the next person. She knows the answers, and she speaks with authority when she tells you this, so it makes you feel a lot better. And so we've already known the answers to this, and we were already told the answers to this. We get here, we kind of had to educate this kid on Balikbayan privilege, in that I do have 18 months before I need an exit clearance. So that was a big thing. So know what you're getting into. Know for sure, so that maybe you can and politely do it. I didn't sit there and be an asshole about it and go, no, you're wrong, or anything like that. I told him, no, I was told by your office, immigration, that this was the case. So anyway, guys, I know I'm kind of rambled on to this. I know a lot of y'all be interested in it. I was definitely interested in it. This has been kind of a big worry for me and Christine, and we finally faced our final hurdle of getting out of the country. Okay, sometimes it's easier said than done, right? One thing we did find out for sure also, or we confirmed, we already knew it, but we confirmed, was that whenever we come back from the place we're going, I'm not quite ready to tell y'all yet, but whenever we come back from the place we're going, we're not going to the States, we're just going to another foreign country. When we come back, I will definitely get the Balikbayan privilege again, and it will be reset for another year. We already knew this. We'd already talked to the office in Butuan, and we know that's the case now. And the immigration people here at the airport confirm that. And they're going to be the ones that stamp that passport with a BB-1 that says Balikbayan for a year. For my privilege, as long as I'm traveling with Christine, because we're married. So there you go, folks. I know I kind of rambled on about this, but stay tuned, because the next stop you're going to find out where we're going. Everybody, so as you can tell, we have landed in Bangkok, Thailand. So yeah, we got a pretty fun adventure going on. So guys, we're actually not staying here in Bangkok. We're actually going to move on to another location here in Thailand, but we are spending the night here in the Thailand, whatever the name of this airport is, Sovereign something or whatever, International Airport. This is a beautiful airport, by the way, huge and very, very nice. One of the nicest airports I've ever been in. Of course, that's not saying much. I haven't done a whole lot of traveling. Anyway, guys, we're pretty excited. So we got a lot going on. We're gonna meet up with one of my old co-workers from back at Edmond PD and his wife. They are here in Thailand. So we're having an Oki run on Thailand here. They've actually already been in the country for I think a week or so, and so they're going to join us on this leg of the trip, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Not everybody can say that they have traveled with these folks and partied in Thailand with them. And guys, these friends of ours, Rich and Michelle, they are good folks, and known them for years. But they are truly world travelers, so we're just kind of following in their footsteps. I think they've already been to some of these places already, so they may show us a few things, or at least how to get around in this part of Southeast Asia. You know, we're good with the Philippines, that's where Christine's from, but getting outside the Philippines, we're kind of lost, so this will be kind of nice to have some friends like that to help us out. So anyway, guys, appreciate y'all tuning in for another video. It's going to get pretty exciting for the upcoming week. We're going to be here for at least 7 days, if not more. So you guys tune in and stay tuned for some good videos, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.